Welcome to Ecclesia Principles, a biblical strategy for believers to engage in God's design for government with Ray Eppard.
Hello, glad you could join us again today. Last week, we were talking about the spiritual dynamics of government, and we're going to continue that today. Last week, we spent most of our time looking at the spiritual structures that are set up, God's kingdom and Lucifer's kingdom, Satan's kingdom. Now, here in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, we're going to read this again today. This is where we finished up. It breaks down the structure of Satan's kingdom. But if you would, this is really just a carryover from God's kingdom, from God's structure. Satan is not a creator. He is an imitator and a perverter. And so with this, he's modeled his kingdom after God. And we saw some of those things last week. If you didn't get a chance to look at that, go back and listen to that. But today I want to move from that and begin to talk about structure versus strongholds. Structure versus strongholds. Now, we touched base a little bit on that last week, but I didn't add the stronghold piece. So let's talk about it. Ephesians 6:12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against the spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Now, we spent time looking at the events in the book of Daniel, where the angel Gabriel was sent by God to Daniel, was intercepted by the prince of Persia. Michael came to help him. Then he went to Daniel. Then he's going to go back, join Michael in battling against the prince of Persia. And basically, Gabriel says, we're going to defeat the prince of Persia, but when he's gone, the prince of Greece will come. You see, the bottom line is the pulling down of strongholds is not the replacement of the spiritual host in heavenly places. That's not what it is. If one's gone, another one's coming in. And which, what we talked about last week is when that does happen, there's governmental change takes place on the earth, as happened in the book of Daniel when that took place. So the Bible tells us to pull down strongholds. So if you would, I want to go through Ephesians 6:12 here and kind of lay out this structure here. And the object of the structure is to create strongholds. The structure is always going to be in place as long as Satan is allowed on this planet. Now, there is a time he will be cast out of the atmosphere. He will be cast to the earth. Those principalities and powers will be knocked down. And in the book of Revelation, it says basically, woe to the people on the earth, because Satan's been cast down. And if you would, he will be losing that territory. And then everything that's up there is going to be down on the earth, and that's going to create major problems in and of itself. Now, with this, he says, against principalities. If you would, this is starting at the bottom and working up. Principalities are more the local government. You know, a town is referred to very frequently as a principality. Counties can be called principalities. That is the smaller jurisdiction, if you would. Satan has jurisdictions in his kingdom. Prince of Persia, Prince of Greece. And then the next one is against powers. So there's another level. There's another uptick, if you would, of that structure. The powers goes up. This principality is down here. The power is up here. Now, he throws in the rulers of the darkness of this age. Now, I want to come back to that one. And maybe actually I'll spend more time on that tomorrow. Because if you would, these rulers of the darkness of this age really don't have a jurisdiction. And we'll talk about that. But then the last one he mentions is the spiritual host of wickedness in the heavenly places. That's that prince of Persia. That's that prince of Greece. In Ezekiel 28, that is the ruler of, actually I drew a blank on Tyre and Sidon. He's that ruler. He's that prince that is over all of that. This is their structure. Now, tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about that rulers of the darkness of this world so that we just understand that. So I encourage you to join us again tomorrow. God bless you. Have a great day.